Breaking news! Popular website Omegle has officially just shut down, marking the end of
All right, not much there. It says it all. Omegle shut down permanently. The statement given by the person who ran that site is really kind of short, sweet, and doesn't touch on everything. But if you're not familiar with what that was, a lot of people should be. I don't know if people on this platform may not know what it was, but early on in the web, it was a service where you could go and it would randomly connect you with different people. Now, you've probably seen a lot of videos from content creators going, it was great, you could meet famous people. And a lot of people made their TikTok career doing videos where they showed, who they were talking to and stuff and the reactions. There's a real pretty guy that was on here. And I mean, he was gorgeous. He looked like Prince, kind of. And he did Omegle where he'd randomly show up and stuff. And there could be funny things. What's left out in all these conversations, what people are not talking about, and Charlie Penguin Zero, I think is his screen handle on YouTube. He talked about it and delved into this, and I'm bringing it here because he doesn't do TikTok, but I'm bringing this here. You should go follow him. If you don't, he's on the tube that is red, if you will, or the tube that is you. Anyway, I'm not sure how to say it yet. Honestly, people say it because apparently your video gets flagged. I don't think I'm a big enough content creator yet that that's going to happen, but just to be safe. Anyway, what people are failing to talk about here, this Omegle going away has been described as the lament of people who like to do nefarious things online. And the reason I say that is because the thing nobody's talking about, what Omegle was known for, if you followed technical things and you understood more about the web, is that it was a place for grown men to randomly encounter underage people. And that was the draw of that site for a lot of it besides the comedy portion. And there are a number of cases where people have been arrested for using it for that. There are a number of cases where things happen that should not have. If you don't know about the drama with SS Sniper Wolf, she got her start kind of doing stuff there and doing some bad stuff there. I wouldn't say start, but she was doing some bad stuff there to people who were underage. It was just not a good platform. And while it had some good to it, and while the person who ran that, the founder, was like, as with all communication, there's always bad and good. Yeah, I kind of beg to differ, because the kind of bad things that are happening there aren't necessarily happening as vastly, as I said that wrong. The things that happen badly there in such mass numbers are not happening as badly on this platform or others, and not in such a non-traceable way, because it was really no man's land over there. So I'm happy it shut down. I am sorry for all those who made their career out of it, but it was a necessary thing that needed to happen. Since the site owner was going to do nothing about it, refused to put, and that's the thing, he refused to put any more security into it. Unfortunately, it was just going to continue to be a bad thing. So I am glad it's gone. It's going to keep a lot more people safe that were not prior. It's going to keep more people from being exploited, because that was just happening there. And, we've seen similar things happen with platforms like Snapchat, where they just decided that let's have this app that lets you just send these temporary messages. I don't care what anybody says. The idea of making temporary messages is like this neat thing that people love. No, it was ridiculous. There was only one purpose for that. It was also found out they were keeping Snapchats on the servers, and those were being used for really bad things. Those are being leaked to many dark places on the web as well. So this is another portion of technology where we need to do better, where we have to stop buying these lame excuses. I'm sorry, they're lame excuses at this point. We have so much we can do with technology. There are so many great monitoring systems for platforms. If you did similar content like what was happening on Omegle or Snapchat on a platform like Facebook or YT, the tube of you, it wouldn't fly. You'd be in jail tomorrow. But somehow these platforms get some kind of immunity because, oh my God, we didn't know. We didn't, this is a similar thing to what happened with Tumblr. Tumblr used to allow a lot of adult content. The problem was it was not monitored extremely well, and there was a lot of content getting on there that was extremely bad. And they finally just went, you know what, we're just shutting the whole thing down. We're not going to do this anymore. And that's not quite the solution. The site shouldn't shut down because the people that run it are not responsible enough to handle it, but that's what happens. And they do it because they don't want to go to jail. That's the other portion. But maybe we need to start doing that so people will be forced to do the right thing, forced to spend on the correct technologies, and forced to do things that keep things where they need to be. You guys have any questions about this, or if you have any comments, let me know. I'll be glad to respond to what I can, just to keep you guys up to date with the Omegle thing, what's going on if you weren't aware.